let's listen to the new Lorna Shore song, Pain Remains 1, Dancing with Flames. Now, from what I understand, this is part of a trilogy. I guess the whole like 3-song trilogy, I guess, is like 20 minutes long or something like that. Let's check it out. Now, I saw that Nick Nocturnal called it a deathcore ballad. And from what I listened to, just the snippets that I listened to, it's kind of what it is. Before we do that, I will say what I'm hoping for are 2 things. For those of you who don't know, Will Ramos, the singer of Lorna Shore, he is known for doing his crazy dinosaur vocals, right? In the breakdown, right? But he's actually a very good singer. This is a cover of a Sleep Token song, which made me go, man, I might like Sleep Token if he sang for them, because this song sounds fucking good. I don't really like Sleep Token. I think they're kind of boring, and I think it's because of the vocalist. I just don't like his voice. It sounds fucking awesome with Will. Sounds really good, right? And I'm so jealous of his hair. He has the coolest hair. I'm so jealous. Sounds great, right? Now, I don't know if there's any clean vocals in this song. From what I understand, in interviews before, Adam D'Amico, the guitarist, he's the main songwriter in Lorna Shore, has said that there would never be clean vocals in the band as long as he is part of it. I don't know if that's true or not, but I hope that they'll reconsider that. I'm hoping that there'll be some clean vocals in this song, because Will's clean vocals are very good, and as much as I don't like clean vocals in deathcore, I think it would add a lot. You've seen a lot of this sort of conversation about Lorna Shore lately, where people say all their songs sound the same. They've made the same song 6 times in a row now, and I'm not even excited for this upcoming album at this point. Will they shake up the formula this time? And are they going to show off Will's clean vocals? Let's find out. Really quick, before we go any further, I wanted to mention my Discord. We are up to over 5,000 people now hanging out, talking every day. It is pretty cool, and if you're watching this video, you are invited. All you need to do is click the link in the description of this video. Those Reddit deathcore people, never happy. Hey Reddit deathcore, why are you grumpy grumps? Answer my question. Make another thread about me. Say, Finn Mckenty called us grumpy grumps. Here's a thread with 100 comments proving his point that we are indeed grumpy grumps. Hey Reddit, I called you guys grumpy grumps. What are you gonna do about it? Meet me out back behind the school at 3 o'clock. Let's settle this by the bike rack. Exactly. Meet me by the bike rack at 3 o'clock. Let's see what you got, Reddit deathcore. Let's see what you got. Some chugs, but not your usual deathcore chugs. Reddit grumps can't go to school because their peanut allergy forces them to be homeschooled. Okay. This does sound different so far. All right, well, here's the blast beat. Okay. This part is really cool. This video set here kind of has like a Castlevania kind of feel to it or something. Like a Dan Seagrave painting, one of those like really elaborate, you know, oil paintings of some medieval cathedral or something like that. Pretty cool set. By the way, shout out to that riff. Adam from Lorna Shore is a very underrated guitarist. That man, he is no fucking joke, man. A monster downpicker. That is not a fucking easy riff to play. Yes, the background looks like the Saints Row headquarters in every game. That's right, that's what it is. Shout out to Saints Row 3, best game of all time. Okay, here we go. Okay, so there we go. For anybody who said that they needed to do something different, for anyone who said that all their songs sound the same, I mean, here's something different for you. It's almost, I hate to say it, but it's almost like power metal, but in a good way. It's almost like power metal, but with deathcore vocals, isn't it? It kind of has that like Wacken, I've got my arms around some drunk German guy that I just met kind of thing. I'm with my brothers of metal kind of vibe. Kind of does. And I guess this is like a love song. That's what I'm getting from it. I can't understand the lyrics, but it sounds like this is a love song, apparently. Love that snare. Shout out to Josh Schrader. Love his mixes on this stuff. this song is actually pretty straightforward. In the video that I made about Lorna Shore, one of the things I pointed out is that Adam has always said that he writes referencing pop songs in terms of structure, and you can hear it in this. A lot of these deathcore bands, a lot of their peers would have had like 72 different parts already. This is a very simple song in terms of structure. There is a lot going on in the arrangement and stuff, but they're not just throwing one riff after the other, even though it's a 6-minute song. Okay, and it looks like his wife is gonna die. This is very sad. Yeah, these are really sad lyrics. One of the criticisms that I have of a lot of deathcore, or just like modern metalcore and metal in general, is that there's no emotional depth to a lot of this stuff. It feels like a lot of these songs are written to, just be angsty and angry because like you're supposed to be angsty and angry. But for a lot of these bands, it doesn't really feel like they're pulling from any like real, genuine emotional depth. That's one of the reasons why the Whitechapel song, which I can't remember the name of it, but the Whitechapel song where he does the clean vocals also resonated with me, because if you know anything about Phil from Whitechapel, he's been through a lot of shit. And you can tell that in his lyrics. With Lorna Shore, they're drawing from a lot of heavy stuff too. Adam talked about this recently as far as like dealing with a lot of depression and even some kind of self-harm ideation and stuff like that. And that comes through in these lyrics too. Flicker like shadows dancing beyond the flames, enchanting, mesmerized, take what is left of my life, a wrinkle in time, where do you go? Cool solo. An actual musical solo, not just wheedly wheedly.
Take what is left of my life. A world without you isn't meant for me.
A world without you isn't meant for me. It's a good line. This does hit hard emotionally. I agree. Interesting. Okay. And they cut it off right at the end there because, again, I guess this is like part of a trilogy. So they just cut it off right at the end. That's actually really interesting. I like that. A lot of people probably find that weird and jarring, but I like that. So I'll tell you what, I think that this is maybe their best song yet for a lot of reasons. Lorna Shore is one of those bands where they're capable of more than just being heavy. Some deathcore bands, that's all they can do. They can write a heavy ass fucking breakdown, and that's totally cool. Like, I love heavy breakdowns. That's cool. But I'm interested in bands who can do a little bit more than just that. Don't get me wrong. I want them to do heavy breakdowns, but that the fact that they can do something like this, which Nick is kind of right, it is a deathcore ballad. I kind of agree with him on that. That is doing something interesting musically and also has some emotional depth. I'm into it. I think this is their best shit yet. And I could imagine this being kind of like, I don't want to say a radio hit. They're probably not going to play this on the radio because it is still full of blast beats and stuff. But, this is the kind of thing that can have some breakout success because it does have that like emotional depth to it that a lot of stuff in this genre just doesn't have. Kudos to the boys in Lorna Shore. I'm impressed. This is like genuinely really cool. They were already pretty much better than anybody else in the genre of their generation. You guys know, I think Suicide Silence is the all-time greats of deathcore. But aside from that, of this current generation, Lorna Shore were already better than everyone else. This to me just put them on a whole other level. This is impressive shit. I'm a fan. I'm excited to see where they go with this. Really cool they went out on a limb and did this and, did something that wasn't just breakdowns and dinosaur noises. The My Chemical Romance of deathcore, I think you might be right.